What's up? It's your boy Mean Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. Man, look, y'all, I just seen this disturbing story, man. If y'all not aware or been following the trial of K-SOO, that's a Jacksonville, Florida drill rapper. He on trial now for a murder he did back in 2020. Him, his brother, and his cousin, they murdered another drill rapper over a diss track. And my thing is, yesterday I just saw that K-Soo's own father testified against him, man. I'm talking about told everything, snitched on him like he was an enemy. Your own son? Man, I looked at that, I said, man, I got two sons, man. Ain't no way in hell I would be sitting on the stand pointing at them, knowing that I'ma be the reason that they finna go spend the rest of their life in prison because I testified like they was nobodies. I just gave them up like that. I can't see I couldn't live knowing that I'm the one that put my child away for life, you know. But I did hear that the dad, he been active in these streets. He know how the streets is. He did time before. But then I heard someone say that his daddy also ratted before too. So, as the old saying goes, once a rat, always a rat. But damn, to rat out your own son, it's crazy to me, man. But that's why I used to be active in the streets. That's why I'm out the streets. If I see my son and them doing drill rap and all that, I'ma intervene and let them know that's bullshit. Leave that alone. You see, I'm the type of fighter, I'm gonna try to dead neck before we get to that. You see what I'm saying? And that the father, he was charged too. They charged him with, I think they said accessory. After the fact, he helped them burn the clothes, get rid of evidence and stuff. But still he ended up going to trial, standing up, testifying against them, told on all three of them. And that's why I say, man, that's why I don't even raise my boys talking about becoming rappers and all that bullshit, cause look what it lead to. It's negative, you know. And man, for you to be a father, to get on the stand knowing that if I testify, my child he gone, his life over with. I'd rather lay down, the way I feel, I would lay down for my own child because I'm old. I feel I live my life. He got a lot to live. I'm going to talk to him and just say, I hope you learned your lesson, man. I don't want to see you in here. That's me. I lay down for my child. I ain't nowhere in the hell I'm finna rat and take his life away from him that I made. And he young, got his whole life ahead of him. I'm just saying that's my opinion. That's what I would do. But that's why I'm on them now, so I won't have to ever be in that type of situation there, man. Well, you got to get on the stand and tell on your own child, man, about a murder, whether your child can end up doing life or possibly death row, get put to death. And if you their father, man, why you free on the outside knowing that your child in there going through that hard time or whatever sentence he get, you have to be cold-hearted to be like, shit, at least I'm safe, and your child going through that bull, man. It's the dirty world, man. It's cold, man. They just tell you right there, them older cats that done did time, if them older cats done did time, and they getting out and they still acting ignorant with the youngsters, man, y'all youngsters, I don't even fuck with them because when shit hit the fan, they don't want to go back to jail. They gonna tell. They gonna look like, man, I ain't finna go through that no more, man. I got my girl out here. I can eat what I want. I'm free. They is not going to take that chance to go back to do no more time. And then they old too. They feel like they go back in there, they ain't getting back out. That's cold though. This man actually got on the stand and told on his own child to throw him away for life, man. It's crazy to me, you know. I'm from the hood. I know some people might, well, they did it. But you got to look at it. He was accessory to the fact. He was with it. But when they got caught, now he against it. You know, that's right, and that's crazy, man. He should have, from the beginning, when the evidence came, if he wanted to do right, he should have got it right then, in my opinion. If he gonna snitch and go the long way anyway, me, if I help my child get rid of the evidence and stuff, and when he hit the fan, fuck it, I'll take the blame for my child. See, that's how I feel. But like I said, that's why I'm not leading them in that direction. You know, that's why I always talk about with if you got sons, drill them now, man. Because if you don't, these situations, if you in your kid's life that you can be faced with. And you got a black dad still trying to act like he gang with his child. This the type of shit can go down with that shit. In the end, both of y'all lose. And if you a father care about that child, your heart gonna ache for the rest of your life. For out here trying to be gang. That's why I don't leave my kids in the street like shit, because I know it ain't no future to that. There's no rewards to being a gang in the streets with a gun. And if you pull that trigger, you might as well get ready for the unthinkable, because 9 times out of 10, with all these cameras and things, and whoever with you, there's a chance they can tell you will go down. So that's why I stress all the time for these young boys, man, mines especially, y'all, is fuck the streets. I feel if you ain't getting money in the streets, what you doing standing in the streets? You know? But man, I saw that, I had to talk about that. I said, that's crazy. A father taking a stand and just, he did this, he just, on his own son. That's just like if they had a knife and then in the back in the day, when they used to hit people in the head and stuff, he pointing and they just beating his son in front of him. That's equivalent to that. He just tell, yeah, he did it, they beating his son in front of him, and he just telling on him to save his ass, save his face. It's crazy and is a weak father in my book. I don't care what nobody say. It's a weak ass father though. He should have been on him from the door instead of still out here trying to be gang. You know? But man, that shit crazy, man. That's why if you're a father out here, man, and you still want to be active, and your sons, them 14, 15, you see them active, man, don't be out here active with your child, man. You need to set a better example. You need to, look, hey, this ain't gonna end well now. Y'all see you with these guns and stuff. You need to be trying to talk to them or something. I ain't finna be with you if you decide to do some dumb shit and murder. All I'm gonna be telling you is I told you. I tried to tell you, man. I'm sorry that happened, but I tried. I ain't finna be with you doing no dirt. And then in the end, I got to tell on you. See, that's what I'm saying. As a father, that's a weak-ass father, man. And that's crazy to me, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know, but it is what it is, man. If you're a true father, man, don't be out here active with your kids, your nephews, your little cousins. If you done did time and got out, man, you supposed to be trying to strive to do better, man. You don't supposed to jump back in that life like you still in the streets. You a street nigga and all that. Man, you a sucker. And you know what them kids doing, where it's gonna lead. You see them with the guns, talking about killing and all this, and you ain't trying to correct them. You a sorry ass father, man. And now look at this father in the courtroom in front of the whole world testifying on his own son. Took his own son's life away under his hand. It's crazy to me. Man, yeah, we got to do better, man. Fathers, y'all with these kids, man, do better, man. At least try. Don't be active with them. Talk to them, you know. Try. You know. As fathers, that's all we could do if we wasn't in their life from the beginning. I understand some fathers end up doing prison time. When they get out, their kids be already up in age. When they get to that age, you just got to talk to them with sense and show examples of stuff, Try to get in their head, And then if they did decide to make that mistake, you tried, At least you went with them, making the mistake with them. And got to go through some shit like that. So man, let's try to do better, man. As fathers, parents, mothers, uncles, let's try to tell them better, man. Instead of thinking we hard with them, man. Let's just try to tell them better, man, so they can do better. It's your boy, Mean Joe Green. It's love. And I'm up out.